Welcome back to another episode from the CaveCraft server. It's been a while, guys. I'm excited to be back. I've been a little bit busy in real life and I've been working on some other Minecraft projects on the channel, but I am very excited to be back on CaveCraft and I'm inspired to work on some pretty awesome builds. But before we head over to where we're going to hang out for the rest of this episode, over in the Fairy Kingdom, I just wanted to check these guys out to see if the trolls were still working away. So let's have a bit of a wander. This guy's still here, he's still working away and hasn't accidentally fallen in the lava as yet, which is pretty surprising, really. But let's go check out if all his mates are still hanging around. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mate, what are you doing? Yeah, he's not going to do that. He wouldn't do that. So it's good to be back on CaveCraft, guys, and we're down here in the trolls area that we built in the last episode, and I must admit, I have missed this place. Spent a few hours down here building this, and it still looks pretty cool. I'm very, very happy with the result. Let's see if we can find some trolls hard at work, shall we? No one down here? Okay, let's shoot up the top. See if we can find anyone hard at work. No one seems to be here. Let's cross the bridge and go to the other side. Anyone sleeping in this camp? No? Don't tell me they've all disappeared. Hello? Trolls? Where are you? Good to see the horses are still here. No trolls though. Are the trolls looking after you guys? I hope they are. You're looking pretty healthy, so that's a good sign. Maybe they're asleep, actually. Are they hanging out down? Yeah, here we go. They're hanging out down here, sleeping on the job. That's all right, guys. You deserve it. Carry on. As I was saying, guys, it's great to be back on CaveCraft, but let's head above ground for a change, and let me show you what we've got planned for today's episode. So it looks like the other CaveCrafters have been pretty busy while I've been away, guys, and I also wanted to give a shout out to Radness, who's joined the server recently, and he's come up with this amazing elven style build. Don't you just love that? That is just beautiful. Good work, Rad. But the other guys on the CaveCraft server have also been pretty busy as well, but not too sure if anything out here is spoilers, but let's go have a look at the tree, because as you can see, guys, look what has been happening to the tree. It's starting to grow back. There's some fresh growth and new leaves and everything all over the tree. It's looking amazing. We're obviously doing a great job here on CaveCraft, but that is a very, very good sight to see. The tree is starting to grow back, which is amazing. But in today's episode, guys, we're going to be working on the Fairy Kingdom. Now, I have to say, I know I'm a dwarf, but the Fairy Kingdom has to be my favourite kingdom to just fly over and get inspired by, because generally this is not the type of build that I would build. These builds are not really in my wheelhouse. So, and that got me thinking, guys, if I never build in this type of... Is that rain? Just got dark all of a sudden. Of course it did. But it got me thinking, guys, I never build in this style, so I think it's about time. What I was thinking, I was flying around here thinking, what is this area missing? And to be honest, it's not missing a lot at all. But, oh, this is new. What's this? I'm getting distracted. It got me thinking, this area is looking so good, but it is missing something, and that is a bridge. This bridge just isn't cutting it, is it? For the amazing builds that are throughout this kingdom, it really is missing an amazing bridge. So, I've got something in mind that we're going to build today, guys. I am going to build a fallen down fairy log bridge. So, not really something I've ever built before, but I'm going to have a crack. As the Aussies say, just have a crack at it. So I'm going to have a go, see what we can come up with, and I guess bring you guys back when it's done. So let me get cracking. Let's gather. Actually, I was about to say let's gather some materials, but DG has been kind enough to get us. Well, I think he has. I think he has. Let's just go check. I think, yeah, here we go. DG has been kind enough to leave us. Hang on a second. This isn't it. Here we go. DG has been kind enough to gather all these materials for us for a build that we're going to do. And as you can see, it's got a fair bit of wood in it. So let's, oh, that's a crafting table. So enough of me talking about this bridge. Maybe we should just build it, huh? All right, let me bring you guys back when it's done. And there we have it, guys. The fairy log bridge is complete. The story goes that there was once a big, beautiful tree that once stood here, and unfortunately, it has snapped off, but has created this big, beautiful bridge across in the fairy kingdom. So if we shoot on over and have a bit of a closer look, and I'll show you what I've done. So if we shoot on around this side, guys, I've tried not to cover the path too much because I wanted it to still be a path in this fairy kingdom here where you can zoom around and still, like the trunk is obviously growing across the path a little bit, but you can still walk along the path as per normal. I think this is DG's little mushroom house, which is looking super cool. I really, really like that. So anyway, let's get back to the log. I'm getting distracted again. Yeah, so from this side, guys, it's basically this is kind of like the main entrance, if you like, of how you would zip across. So you've got what I would like to say is like raw pieces of wood that have sort of snapped off that once was part of the trunk, but is now hollowed out. So if we have a look inside, I've got obviously a few little details here and there, and it's 100% spawn proof, by the way, guys, and that's all because of this very underrated block, the glow lichen. So as you can see, it's scattered here and there to make it completely 100% spawn proof inside of the log itself. So if we shoot on over, we've got a few detailed blocks on the bottom here. We've got some podzol, we've got some spruce, some coarse dirt, a few buttons here and there, fair bit of moss, and some grass blocks. Obviously some grass and a couple of little mushrooms here and there just to add a little bit of life in here, and they're actually growing and multiplying quite quickly, to be honest. I didn't place this many, but they're growing everywhere, which is, I guess it's kind of good. Now I've got these little holes. I'm not sure why. They're not really windows, but I think it added a little bit to the build, having these little holes in the internal sort of log itself. So you can, I guess you could come in here and fly out or fly in, but they just added a little bit, I thought. So I added a few of those holes. I've got a third one under here as well. So I think they look pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's come up pretty nicely, guys. I'm really quite happy with this, and I've never really, as I said before, I haven't really built in this kind of style before, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. So if we do a bit of a fly around and see it from a few of the different angles, it does look pretty cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that, guys. A few little contrasting colours on the outside with some acacia and a fair bit of moss and a few stripped oak little sections here that, you know, the bark is starting to fall off and starting to rot away and things like that. So I think those little details helped a little bit as well. We've got a few little mushrooms here and there, which help to give a little bit more detail and make it a little bit more fairy looking. And from this side, it looks pretty cool as well, I think, especially with the ravine here with the water, and it just fits in quite nicely. But there is one problem, guys, and that problem is this portal. It's kind of in the wrong spot now. So as you can tell, it's kind of just sitting sitting at the end of the bridge, and it's kind of not in the right spot. I was thinking I could somehow incorporate it into the build itself, but I think I've decided that I'm just going to move it, and I'm thinking maybe somewhere here, maybe. Let's actually have a fly around and see what we can find. I think it's I could either move it here, or I could move it way like over here somewhere at the bottom of where you start to walk up towards the castle itself. Maybe. Now let me have a think about this. All right, let me have a think about where I'm going to put this thing, guys. And once I decide, and I'll I'll move it and I'll bring you guys back and show you the end result. Okay guys, so the portal's done. I thought I'd show you guys what this area looks like with some shaders on, and I think you'd have to agree that this place looks magical. Absolutely crazy. Love it. But let's have a look at the portal, guys, that I decided to incorporate it into the actual build itself. So I was going to put it here, as I said, or potentially over near the castle sort of entrance area, but I decided to put it in the actual log, which I think has come up amazing. I'm really, really happy with how this has turned out. So I also added some bushes inside the log and on top of the log, which I'll fly around in a sec, but just incredible. It makes me think I'm literally in some kind of fairy kingdom. It's amazing. So this is really, I'm actually quite impressed with myself. I've never actually built anything like this, as I said at the start of the episode, guys. And to have it come out and turn out like this is absolutely crazy, and I'm super, super happy with it. Let's actually jump down here, and I'll turn the shaders off for a second if I press K. All right, there we go. Now we're back to normal. Not quite as magical, unfortunately, but still pretty cool. So if we have a look now, it's actually brightened it up quite a bit, as you can see. So I added a whole heap of bushes, azalea bushes, some glowberries. What else did I do? A few vines here and there as well. Obviously incorporated the portal into the side of the log itself. But the main reason I did this was because the portal was, I think it was about here somewhere. I didn't want to move it too far away because it would kind of have to, then I'd have to redo the nether hub area that we've got going on. So I kind of wanted to keep it fairly close by, and I think it's worked out great. So adding the bushes in here has really added a lot more life to the build as well. So I did forget to do that, but the vines are a bit interesting. They sort of grow a little bit too much, but you know, it adds to it. Looks pretty cool. And as I said, I am super, super happy with it. Let's sleep real quick. And there we are. So let's let's head over here again and spin around and add just a few bushes to the top. Nothing major. I didn't want to overdo it. More of the bushes were added to the inside of the log, but a few bushes on the exterior just to add a little bit of growth, I guess. That the log's been fallen down here for quite some time, so adding a little bit more growth inside of the log, I think, has really added to the lore of of the actual log itself. But I think we'll wrap it up there for another episode, guys. Bit of a shorter episode this week, and unfortunately I haven't had a lot of time to record this the past few weeks, so hopefully you guys still enjoyed the episode. But check out the other CaveCrafters. A link will be in the description to all their channels, so they're all amazing builders, so check them all out. You won't be disappointed. Leave a like on this video. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till another day in Minecraft. See ya!